Ladies and gentlemen, respect is not a gift handed out for free. It is earned, proven, and demonstrated through action, character, and perseverance. In life, too many people demand recognition without contribution, admiration without effort, and authority without mastery. But let me tell you, respect is not a right, it's a result. And if you want to be respected, you must first prove your worth. Today, I want to share with you a set of principles that will help you do just that. Greatness is not given, it is earned. It is carved out of dedication, molded by discipline, and refined through relentless practice. If you want to be respected, if you want to be heard, then you must first become exceptional at what you do. The world does not stop to applaud the average. It does not celebrate those who merely wish for success or talk about ambition without ever demonstrating the effort. No, the world recognizes and respects the masters, the ones who commit themselves to their craft until they stand apart. Competence commands respect. It's easy to demand acknowledgement, to insist that others see your worth, but the truth is simple. The world does not reward wishful thinking. It rewards results. Those who rise to the top are those who have put in the hours, sharpened their skills, and refined their abilities until excellence is not an accident, but a habit. It's not enough to simply work. You must work with purpose. It's not enough to merely practice. You must practice with precision, with intention, with the relentless pursuit of improvement. Think about the greatest minds, the most revered leaders, the icons of every field. Were they given their success? No. They built it. They earned it through discipline, persistence, and mastery of their craft. Whether it's business, athletics, art, or leadership, excellence is never an accident. It is the product of countless hours of effort, of studying when others rest, of practicing when others quit, of refining when others say that's good enough. The difference between those who demand respect and those who command it is simple. One asks for it, the other proves they deserve it. Too many people settle for mediocrity and wonder why they are overlooked. They complain that no one listens to them, that their talents go unrecognized. But the world does not owe you recognition. It is not enough to simply show up. You must show up prepared. You must bring value. You must become so good at what you do that people have no choice but to notice. When you are excellent, you don't have to seek opportunities. They seek you. When you master your craft, respect is no longer something you chase. It is something that follows you naturally. The key is in the details. The small things most people overlook. The extra hour of practice, the deeper understanding, the finer refinements. These are what separate the exceptional from the average. If you want to rise above, then you must be willing to do what most people won't. You must be willing to put in the work long after motivation fades, long after the excitement of starting something new has worn off. Mastery is not a single act. It is a lifelong commitment. So make the choice today. Decide that you will not settle for average. Decide that you will hone your skills, that you will elevate your abilities, that you will become invaluable in your field. Because the moment you master your craft, the world will take notice. And when it does, respect will not be something you ask for. It will be something you own. The foundation of success is not built on grand promises or elaborate plans. It is built on action. It is built on the discipline of showing up, doing the work, and following through on what you said you would do. Your word means nothing if your actions do not back it up. In a world full of talkers, be a doer. In a world full of broken promises, be someone whose word carries weight. Because when you say you will do something and you actually do it, you set yourself apart. Reliability is a rare trait. Everyone wants to be trusted, but few are willing to do what it takes to earn it. Trust is not given freely. It is built, moment by moment, commitment by commitment. People do not respect those who say one thing and do another. They do not follow those who make excuses, show up late, or deliver half-hearted efforts. They follow those who are steady, those who can be counted on, those who do what they say they will do, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one is watching. It is not enough to start. Anyone can start. Anyone can begin with enthusiasm, with excitement, with the energy of a new goal. But the real test is in the follow-through. When the initial excitement fades, when the work becomes tedious, when the challenges arise, that is when you find out who you really are. Will you push through or will you quit? Will you honor your commitments or will you make excuses? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, not intelligence, not even luck. It is the simple discipline of following through. The people who are truly respected, the ones who are trusted with leadership, with opportunity, with responsibility, are the ones who keep showing up. They don't just work when they feel like it. They work because they said they would. They don't back out when things get difficult. They push through because their word means something. Their reputation is built on consistency, on reliability, on the quiet confidence that comes from knowing they can be counted on. Success does not come to those who dabble, to those who start and stop, to those who make excuses. It comes to those who stay the course, those who push past the discomfort, past the boredom, past the setbacks. Because when people see that you don't quit, that you finish what you start, that you can be trusted to deliver, they will value you, they will listen to you, they will respect you. So make the choice today. Be the person who follows through. Be the person whose word carries weight. Because in a world where so many people fail to do what they say, the simple act of being reliable will set you apart. It will open doors. It will build relationships. It will create opportunities. Show up, do the work, keep your commitments, and in doing so, you will earn something far more valuable than money or status. You will earn respect. In a world where shortcuts are tempting and dishonesty is often rewarded, in the short term, there remains one truth that never fades. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. Wealth may come and go, opportunities may rise and fall, but a reputation built on integrity will stand the test of time. If you want to be respected, if you want to be someone whose words carry weight, then you must be a person of unwavering integrity. Nothing destroys respect faster than dishonesty. Doesn't matter how talented you are, how smart you are, or how many connections you have. If people cannot trust you, they will not follow you. They will not invest in you. They will not listen to you. The moment your words and actions lose credibility, everything else crumbles. Trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to fully restore. So guard your integrity as if it were your most precious possession, because it is. The world is full of people who say what is convenient, who shift their values when the pressure is on, who compromise their principles for quick gains. But those who stand firm, those who hold the line when it would be easier to fold, those who tell the truth even when it costs them, these are the people who command respect. These are the people who build legacies. A person of integrity does not need to announce their honesty. It is evident in everything they do. Their actions speak for them. Their reputation precedes them. Integrity is not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about being honest even when the truth is uncomfortable. It's about keeping your word even when it would be easier to break it. And it's about standing for something even when you stand alone. There will be moments when taking the easy path is tempting, when bending the truth seems like the better option. But every time you choose integrity, you reinforce the foundation of your character. And over time, that foundation becomes unshakable. People may not always agree with you, but if they know you are honest, if they know you stand by your principles, they will respect you. And respect is far more powerful than agreement. The world follows those they trust. The opportunities that matter, the ones that last, go to those whose word can be relied upon. Doors open for people of integrity, not because they demand it, but because they have proven time and time again that they are worthy of it. So make the choice today. Build a reputation that speaks for itself. Let your actions be so strong that they silence any doubt. Hold yourself to a standard that does not waver with circumstance, because when everything else fades, when all the noise settles, what remains is the reputation you have built. And if that reputation is one of integrity, you will have earned something that no amount of money, power, or fame can buy. True, lasting respect. In every room, in every industry, in every walk of life, there are two kinds of people. Those who give and those who take. Those who take may enjoy temporary gains, but those who give create lasting impact. If you want to be respected, if you want to be someone who is valued and remembered, then you must be the person who contributes more than you take. Because the ones who give The ones who add value wherever they go are the ones who become indispensable. Look around at the people who are truly respected. They are not the ones who demand attention, nor the ones who constantly ask for more while offering nothing in return. They are the ones who show up and make a difference. They give their time, their wisdom, their effort, their kindness. They are the ones who listen when others need to be heard, who lift others up instead of pushing them down. They are the ones who pour into their work, into their relationships, into their communities, without expecting immediate rewards. But here's the secret. Those who give always receive more in the long run, not because they ask for it, but because the world naturally rewards those who create value. A person who gives their best effort, who shares knowledge freely, who helps others rise, becomes the one people turn to. They become the one who is trusted, the one who is needed, the one who cannot be ignored. And that is the foundation of true respect. The opposite is also true. Those who take without contributing, who look for shortcuts, who are only concerned with what they can get, they may get by for a while, but eventually they fade into irrelevance. People stop listening to them. Opportunities dry up. Respect is not something you can demand or steal. It is something you earn by what you bring to the table. And if all you bring is an empty hand, you will not be remembered. Giving's not just about money. It's about effort. It's about showing up and doing more than what is required. It's about being the kind of person who makes things better. Whether it's in business, in friendship, in leadership, or in life. The people who make the greatest impact are those who go beyond the bare minimum. They don't just do their job, they excel at it. They don't just listen, they truly hear. They don't just take knowledge, they share it. And in doing so, they build something far greater than personal success. They build a legacy. So decide today to be a giver. Give more than is expected. Offer more than is required. Share what you know. Lift others up, because in the end, the measure of a person is not in how much they have taken, but in how much they have given. And when you contribute more than you take, when you become a source of value rather than a drain, you will never have to chase respect. It will come to you naturally because you have earned it. There is a universal truth in life. People respect those who work hard, not those who talk about working hard, not those who make excuses, but those who show up day in and day out and put in the effort. Hard work is the great equalizer. It doesn't care where you come from, what your background is, or what obstacles stand in your way. It rewards those who refuse to settle, those who push forward when others stop, those who are willing to do what most people won't. If you want to be respected, if you want to be taken seriously, let your work ethic speak louder than your words. Look around. Every successful person, every leader, every individual who commands respect has one thing in common. They have earned their place through relentless effort. They didn't wait for someone to hand them an opportunity. They created it through sweat, persistence, and a refusal to quit. They didn't complain about what they didn't have. They focused on what they could do with what they had. And because of that, people took notice. Because of that, they became impossible to ignore. The world does not respect laziness. It does not admire those who cut corners, those who make excuses, those who do just enough to get by. There are plenty of people who want recognition without effort, who demand rewards without sacrifice. But respect is never given to those who sit back and wait. It is given to those who show up early, stay late, and put in the extra effort when no one is watching. It is given to those who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who set a standard of excellence not because someone is watching, but because they demand it of themselves. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck, talent, or privilege. It is discipline. It is the willingness to push past fatigue, to stay focused when distractions arise, to keep going even when the results don't come immediately. Most people quit too soon. Most people want the prize without running the race. But the ones who endure, the ones who put in the work long after others have given up, those are the ones who rise to the top. If you want to be respected, be the hardest worker in the room. Be the one who sets the pace, who raises the standard, who does more than expected, not because you have to, but because it's who you are. Let your work speak for itself. Let your results make the statement. Because when you commit yourself fully to your craft, when you put in the kind of effort that cannot be ignored, respect is no longer something you ask for. It is something you earn. And once you have it, no one can take it away from you. There is a moment in every person's journey when they will face criticism. It is inevitable. No matter how talented, hardworking, or well-intentioned you are, someone will have something to say. Some criticism will be fair, some will be harsh, and some will be completely unjustified. But how you respond to it will define you, because nothing reveals a person's character faster than the way they handle criticism. The weak take offense. They lash out. They make excuses, shift blame, or refuse to listen. They see criticism as an attack rather than an opportunity. But the strong, the ones who grow, the ones who earn respect, approach it differently. They listen, they separate their emotions from the lesson, they take what is useful, discard what is not, and keep moving forward. That is the mark of maturity. That is the mark of someone who will go far. When you respond to criticism with anger or defensiveness, you send a clear message to the world that your ego is more important than your growth. And when your ego gets in the way, you stop learning, you stop improving, and over time, you stop progressing. But when you accept feedback with grace, when you have the humility to listen and the wisdom to learn, you set yourself apart. You show that you are not just interested in looking good, you are interested in getting better. And that earns respect. People admire those who can take feedback and use it as fuel for improvement. Because it takes strength to admit that you don't have all the answers. It takes courage to acknowledge your flaws and do something about them. And it takes true confidence to stand in the face of criticism and say, what can I learn from this? The greatest achievers in history, the ones who have built businesses, changed industries, and led movements, have all faced criticism. They didn't let it break them, they let it sharpen them. Of course, not all criticism is valuable. Some people criticize out of jealousy, insecurity, or negativity. But even then, you have a choice. You can let it shake you, or you can let it strengthen you. You can waste time trying to defend yourself, or you can focus on becoming so good that no amount of criticism can diminish your value. The best response to unfair criticism is undeniable excellence. Respect is not given to those who crumble under pressure. It is given to those who rise above it. It is given to those who show resilience, who take feedback and turn it into growth. If you want to earn the respect of others, don't fear criticism, embrace it. Welcome it as a tool for progress. Let it refine you, not define you. Because when you handle criticism with grace, when you stand firm in the face of it and use it to become better, you don't just earn respect, you become unstoppable. In a world that constantly shifts, where opinions change like the wind and pressure to conform is relentless, there is something rare, something powerful about a person who stands firm on their values. People may not always agree with you, they may challenge you, they may even criticize you, but one thing is certain, they will respect conviction. The world respects conviction. The world admires those who have the courage to plant their feet, draw their line, and refuse to be moved. Every day you will be tested. You will face choices that seem small but carry great weight. You will be tempted to bend, to go along with the crowd, to take the easy way out. And in those moments, your true character will be revealed. Will you choose convenience over integrity? Will you sacrifice what you believe in for approval? Or will you stand firm, even when standing firm is difficult? History has shown us that the most respected individuals are not those who followed the masses, but those who had the strength to walk their own path. The ones who refused to compromise their principles for temporary comfort. The ones who spoke the truth when it was easier to stay silent. The ones who stood for something even when it cost them. Because while popularity fades, respect lasts. And respect is built on the foundation of unwavering values. But standing firm on your values is not just about resisting external pressure. It's about knowing who you are. It's about deciding deep within yourself what you believe in and committing to it fully. When you do this, you gain something that no amount of approval or applause can replace. You gain self-respect. And when you respect yourself, when you trust your own principles, others will take notice. They may not always share your beliefs, they may not always agree with your choices, but they will respect the fact that you are unwavering in them. Make no mistake, standing firm will come at a cost. There will be moments when it's lonely. There will be times when you are criticized, misunderstood, or even ridiculed. But here's the truth. If you compromise your values to fit in, to be liked, or to avoid discomfort, you may gain temporary acceptance, but you will lose something far greater, yourself. And once you lose that, no amount of external validation can replace it. So decide today that you will not be shaken. Decide that your values are not up for negotiation. Decide that you will live in such a way that when people speak your name, they say, there goes someone who stands for something. That is the kind of reputation that commands respect. That is the kind of character that builds legacies. Because when you stand firm on your values, when you refuse to bend, even when bending would be easier, you don't just earn respect. You become a force that cannot be ignored. There's no shortage of people who talk about what it takes to succeed. They give advice, make promises, and preach discipline, but when you look closely, their actions don't align with their words. And that's where respect is lost. Because people don't follow words, they follow examples. They don't respect someone who merely talks about leadership, discipline, and commitment. They respect the person who lives it. If you want to influence, if you want to be respected, if you want to inspire those around you, there is only one way. Lead by example. Not by speeches, not by empty promises, but by showing through your actions what is possible. Talk is easy, it costs nothing. But discipline, commitment, persistence, that's rare. That's what separates the few from the many. When people see you pushing forward despite obstacles, when they see you staying disciplined when no one is watching, when they see you keeping your word even when it's inconvenient, that's when respect is earned. Not because you demanded it, but because you demonstrated it. The strongest leaders, the most respected individuals, are not the ones who instruct from the sidelines. They are the ones who step onto the field and play the game. They set the standard. They lead the charge. They prove by their actions that their words are not empty, but backed by unwavering commitment. Think of the people you respect most. Chances are they weren't the ones who simply told you what to do. They were the ones who showed you. They were the ones who lived in such a way that their actions became the lesson. They didn't have to tell you to work harder because you saw their work ethic. They didn't have to tell you to be disciplined because you watched their consistency. They didn't have to convince you that success was possible because they proved it through their own journey. People are always watching. Whether you realize it or not, your team, your peers, your family, every day, they observe how you show up. And in those moments, you are either reinforcing your credibility or losing it. If you want others to be disciplined, be the most disciplined person they know. If you want others to commit to their goals, commit to yours first. If you want others to be better, you must first raise your own standard. The truth is, respect is never given to those who simply instruct. It is given to those who embody. It is earned through sweat, consistency, and an unshakable commitment to excellence. So don't just talk about what should be done. Do it. Don't just tell people to be great. Be great. Lead from the front, and soon enough, you won't have to convince anyone to follow. They will follow because they see something rare, someone who doesn't just talk the talk, but walks the walk. Respect is not something you demand, it's something you earn. And the quickest way to earn it is to give it first. Too many people walk through life expecting to be treated with dignity while showing none to those around them. They want admiration, but they fail to extend it. They want loyalty, but they don't give it. They want respect, but they refuse to offer it. And that's not how life works. Respect is a two-way street, and the way you treat others is a direct reflection of your character. It's easy to be respectful when dealing with people in positions of power, people who can open doors for you, people whose approval you seek. But the true test of character is how you treat those who can do nothing for you. Do you acknowledge them? Do you show them kindness? Do you recognize their worth, or do you overlook them? Because that's what defines you. Not how you act in front of an audience, but how you behave when you think no one is watching. People notice how you treat others. They see the way you speak to your team, the way you interact with a waiter, the way you respond to someone who disagrees with you. And in those moments, you are either building your reputation or tearing it down. The most respected individuals in any field are not just admired for their achievements, they are admired for their character. And character is revealed in how you treat people, not just when things are going well, but in moments of frustration, stress, and conflict. Respecting others doesn't mean agreeing with everyone. It doesn't mean avoiding conflict or compromising your values. It means listening. It means treating others with fairness. It means recognizing that every person you encounter has value, regardless of their position or circumstances. And when you do this, something powerful happens. People start to respect you, not because you ask for it, but because you demonstrated it. The truth is, respect is not about titles, wealth, or status. It's about the impact you have on others. The greatest leaders, the most influential people understand this. They don't look down on others, they lift them up. They don't demand respect, they embody it. They treat people with dignity because they know that real success is not measured by what you achieve alone, but by the way you impact the lives around you. So if you want to be respected, start by respecting others. Not selectively, not only when it's convenient, but consistently. Show kindness when it's not expected. Show patience when it's difficult. Show integrity in every interaction, because at the end of the day, your reputation is not built on what you say. It's built on what you do. And when respect is something you give freely, it's something you will receive in return. Respect is not something you can demand, buy, or shortcut. It is built day by day through consistency, integrity, and unwavering commitment. The world doesn't hand out respect freely. It must be earned. And earning it takes time. You cannot rush it, you cannot fake it, and you cannot force it. People will watch you, they will test you, they will evaluate you, not by what you say, but by what you do over and over again. There is a reason why the most respected individuals in any field, any community, or any organization have something in common: longevity. They didn't gain respect overnight. They earned it through years of showing up, doing the work, keeping their word, and staying true to their principles. They didn't take shortcuts, they didn't seek quick validation, and they didn't waver when things got tough. And because of that, their respect is not temporary, it is lasting. The mistake too many people make is expecting immediate recognition. They want instant respect after one achievement, one speech, one act of discipline, but that's not how it works. Respect is built through patterns, not moments. People don't just respect an act of kindness, they respect a life lived with kindness. They don't just respect a single success, they respect a history of perseverance. They don't just respect confidence, they respect the years of effort it took to build it. Patience is the foundation of all this, because there will be times when it feels like no one is noticing your efforts. There will be times when you do the right thing, put in the hard work, and stay disciplined, yet the recognition doesn't come. But that's when you must remind yourself, respect is built over time. People are watching, even if they don't say anything. They are observing your consistency, your resilience, and your integrity. And when enough time has passed, when they've seen you stand strong despite challenges, when they've witnessed your persistence through adversity, that's when respect arrives. It is easy to be impressive for a moment. It is easy to put on a show, to have one moment of greatness, to say all the right things when the spotlight is on. But real respect comes when people see that your greatness is not an act, it is who you are. And that can only be proven through time. So stay patient. Keep doing the work, keep showing up, keep living by your principles, even when it feels like no one is paying attention. Because in the end, respect is not something you ask for, it is something you become worthy of. And when you remain steadfast, when you refuse to compromise, when you build a legacy of consistency and excellence, respect will not just follow you, it will define you. My friends, if you want to be respected, don't demand it, earn it. Prove your worth by becoming someone worthy of admiration. Master your craft, stand on your principles, and contribute more than you take. Be the person who leads by example, who works tirelessly, who stands with integrity. Because when you prove your worth, respect will not be something you ask for. It will be something you receive naturally. Go out there and make yourself worthy of the respect you desire.